Hey guys, it is me, Kathy Morrow. I am the sports psychology consultant at Appleton West, and I just wanted to reach out to you guys as parents to just check in and see how everybody's doing and to remind you that I'm here to assist even you guys as parents as well as your athletes during everything that is going on through video sessions or phone calls. So I'll start off with how you can contact me in case you do want to get a hold of me. And so my phone number is 920-750-6131. And my email is Cathy, Cathy, at mvpsportsperformanceenhancement.net. And so feel free to reach out to me at any point in time throughout the rest of the school year here, even though I know we're not in school. If you have any questions, concerns, or just need help processing everything that's going on, the new information, all of that kind of stuff is what I'm here to help you guys and your athletes with. And so I also wanted to shoot out a few of these little videos, just give you guys some extra advice and some tips on things that maybe you're struggling with or maybe your athletes are struggling with. And so each week I'll kind of shoot a little 5 to 10 minute clip out to you guys covering different topics. And so the first topic I wanted to cover is emotions, because it's something that we are all experiencing a lot of these days. Whether it is sadness, disappointment, grief, devastation, stress, anxiety, helplessness, hopelessness, just frustration and anger. Those are just a few of the emotions that people may or may not be experiencing yourself or your children. And so I wanted to give you guys as parents just a few kind of tidbits of advice on how to manage your own emotions, and more importantly, help your children navigate through their own emotions through all of this, especially as we continue to get more information and have things unravel and find out more about what's going on with athletics and school and things like that. And so the first piece of advice is to not placate or distract your children's feelings. If they have feelings and they're talking about them or they're coming up, try not to just push them to the side and to actually allow them to be there, um, and let them be valid and be heard. Another big one is to not give them the pep talks and trying to just cheer them up and make them feel like it's all going to be okay and it's no big deal. Our kids are smarter than that. They're going to know that it's kind of BS, and they see what's going on in the world as well, and so they don't want to be told things that aren't true. And so not just trying to give them pep talks, but just being honest and maybe telling them, I don't know what's going on or when this is going to end or what that's going to look like, and being real is the important part. um, Within that is also not minimizing your children's feelings and not minimizing your own feelings, and so not using phrases like, oh, it's no big deal, or other people have it worse than we have it, or kind of the things that we normally do to kind of rationalize things, or even maybe put blame on other people. That's a big one. Is I know it's really easy right now to point fingers and blame the school, the district, the WIAA, all of these things for what's going on. And so really trying to not put blame or kind of just blow it off is a huge way to let our emotions be present and actually deal with them versus trying to just make them go away. And so part of that is allowing our kids to feel bad. Feeling bad, being sad, angry, upset is all an essential part of developing our emotional mastery and being able to actually work with our emotions. And so it's important to just help our kids actually identify and understand their emotions and what it is that they are feeling. And so helping them to learn how to express those unpleasant emotion in healthy ways. So if they are feeling sad, allowing them to talk about it, even cry if they need to. If they're angry, helping them understand that it's okay to be angry, but also that it needs to be expressed appropriately in terms of how they're doing that and letting it out in good ways and coping with that anger. um, and part of being able to allow your kids to have those feelings is going to be, for us as adults, is to be empathetic, really to just listen to our kids and reflect back what we're hearing from them. And so I really encourage any adults in our athletes' lives right now to just listen and share back what they're getting from their kids. I know a big thing that we try to do as parents is we try to problem solve, and we just want to fix it because we don't like seeing our kids hurt or sad or upset. And so we really try to jump in with solutions. And right now, unfortunately, there just really is no solution. And so it's about just validating and listening to their feelings and not trying to fix it or make it go away. Um, One thing to be kind of aware of and maybe prepare for, and to help again with emotions, is going to be to allow your children and yourself to actually go through the 5 stages of grief. And so if you have not heard of those before, the 5 stages of grief are denial, so kind of pretending like this isn't really happening, it's not really going on. Anger, which is just getting upset and angry about the situation and everything that's happening. We might even bargain with, if we believe in a higher power, we might bargain with a higher power, or even with our athletic director or our coaches of, oh, well, if you just let me do this one time, then I won't do X, Y, or Z. And so we might start to try to bargain our way through something. At some point there'll be some depression that sinks in, and we'll just get really, really sad about certain things. And hopefully then through it all, as we go through those different stages, the end goal is to get to that acceptance of recognizing that this is something that we're all going through, and there's nothing we can do about it. And so we just have to move on with it and accept it and learn how to deal with it in the new circumstances. Now those may not happen in exactly that order, and you might go back and forth, and so might your children, and so it's okay, but just recognize that we're all going through the grief process, from the grief and the loss of our athletic seasons to the school season to maybe even our jobs or our financial security or our homes. We're all grieving a lot of different things, even just the loss of being able to see you guys in person and having to do everything through video. So grief is taking on a lot of different forms right now for a lot of different people. And so just really recognizing that and giving the grief the space that it needs, and allowing everybody to go through those motions. Um, and over time, as the negative emotions begin to fade, and the best thing we can do is really to help start to refocus and retrain ourselves to the positive. So, reviewing the past season and all the good things that came from it. If you have a child who has the ability to play next season, looking for opportunities and ways to stay positive about what's to come for next year or future seasons and things like that. If your kids don't get to play again, even just recapping and looking at all the positives that sports have brought them throughout their life or however long they've been playing it. And so I think as we go through those first couple of tips and advices, the last one is probably the most important, which is being able to really help pick out that positive and stay positive. Because right now, how we handle it and what we talk about and what we choose to focus on is really the only thing that is within our control. And so I really encourage you guys as adults and as parents of these kids to look at the positives and find out even just a little silver lining, whatever it is that you can, that is something good to look at, and encourage our kids to look at it too. And so those are just a few little handy tips on emotions and how to handle them with our kids and for yourself. And if you want more help with that or need some more advice, or if you're having a hard time with your own emotions, that's important to get those in check first before trying to manage our kids' emotions. Feel free, like I said, to reach out and contact me, and I'm more than happy to help you figure out what's going on for you too, and making sure that you can get through those so that we can best support our athletes. So if you do need anything, feel free again to reach out. My name again is Kathy, and you can reach me at 920-750-6131, or by email at Cathy, CATHY, at mvpsportsperformanceenhancement.net. If you have any other questions, just let me know, or always you can go through Mr. McClowry as well. And look forward to a few more sessions and videos with a little bit more tips and advice on how to continue through all of these times in the next week or so. Take care.